Yo, what's going on, Sue fam? I've been getting a ton of questions about, hey Chris, I see you're having some success and, how can I increase my earnings, right? So I've been on Sue for about 8 days now and I've already got about $19.18. I'm definitely going to break $20 tonight. So going to be in the dub club. And so I want to help you do the exact same thing, but you guys have to understand, look, I am not in Sue to make money. I am in Sue to grow my audience, right? To brand myself as an authority in pretty much any space I want to brand myself in, right? If I want to be a comedian and all of a sudden do jokes, I should brand myself as a comedian. So you should be doing the same exact thing. If you're looking to have Sue as a lottery ticket, as something where you're kind of just like, this is it, this is what I'm doing the rest of my life. I have no doubts that you could do that, but for the average person who has no idea what to do, no idea what branding even means, you have a long, long way to go. And by the time that even happens, Sue's gonna have all kinds of restrictions and all kinds of things that weren't in place when it just got started. So if you're thinking of banking from Sue strictly off of their revenue share program, think again. You're better off honestly branding yourself for some skills or talents or services that you offer, or a company that you're promoting, and then getting the right people, attracting the right people based off the content that you put out there, and attracting those people into that business or opportunity or service that you're offering, or anything that's going to make a sale for you. So the number one question I'm getting right now, and my inbox is flooding on Sue, it's flooding on Facebook. I'm even getting text messages. It's crazy. Pretty much the number one thing you can do is to post valuable content. It's not a secret. Look, I didn't get a video that has over like, I don't know, I think it has like 300 and something shares. And I'm screen sharing with you guys right now. Let's see. As of this time, it has 312 shares. I didn't intend on, putting something out and it was just all of a sudden going to go viral. That just so happened to be how it works. It's like when something resonates with somebody, especially an audience like Sue right now that has a lot of questions. Obviously, people are going to latch onto it and they're going to be like, man, this makes sense. So it makes sense to people. You either need to entertain, educate, inspire, or inform. One of those four things. And when you do that, people are naturally going to vibe with that and want to share your stuff. And the more shares that you get, the more your earnings are going to go up. I mean, just to go back up, I have 714 followers right now, and like every single day it's like another 30 followers, 30 followers. That only happens because people see that content and they see what I'm about on my page and they're like, hey man, I like this guy, he's inspiring me. I definitely want to follow him because I want people on my Sue timeline that are going to add value to my life. I don't want people on my timeline posting about just got to McDonald's, these nuggets though. Like, who cares about that, dude? Like, look, this is a very unselfish based platform. If you're selfish with this platform and you're only thinking of yourself and you're not giving back to your community, why is your community going to give back to you? When you ask for follow or hey, share, please share this, like nobody's going to share it, dude. Nobody's going to share it because they don't care. 80% of people don't care and 50% are glad that you're the one that's posting that bad content because it's making them look better. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to make more money with Sue, value. You have to give value, right? So another question I've gotten is, on average, Chris, how much am I going to make with Sue? Okay, so according to Fox Business, when they interviewed CEO Sebastian Sobchak, they said on average, somebody with 2,000 friends on average uh, can expect to make an extra $1,000 per year. Now, $1,000 per year with 2,000 friends is about $83 per month. Now, on the pace that I'm at, about $2 to $3 a day, I'm about $60 to $70 a month at this point. If it stays the course, right? I did get a good start because of the content that I provided, but I did get a good start. So I think that $60 to $80 is very realistic if you do have a lot of quality content. If you don't have quality content and you're just asking share for share, dude, you're not going to crack $30 a month. You might crack 20. I'm just being real, right? At 20 cents a day, you're not going to crack that, just to be realistic. So that's on average. And so look, if you don't want average results, you can't be average, right? Have you guys ever seen in the company that I'm in, that I work with, we always say, hey, results not typical. One of my mentors, my buddy actually taught me this, right? Doing really, really well. He says, Chris, if you don't, he's like, dude, look, results aren't typical, so don't be typical. If you don't want typical results, you cannot be typical. So in this, Sue, If you want to treat it like a business, cool, treat it like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, you're going to get hobby results, right? If you treat it like, if you come out average, you're going to attract average, and you're going to get average results. The only reason I've been able to get a little bit of above average results in comparison to everybody else that's brand new on the platform is because I'm not delivering average content. I'm delivering stuff that's actually going to resonate with you, that you're going to vibe with, you're going to rock with, and you're going to be like, man, I like this guy. I'm going to share his content, not because I want to make him money, but because I like it, right? The value of my post exceeded your feeling of that share. So you're just like, I'm going to share it, right? There's no ego involved, right? You shared it because you like it. That's the bottom line. So you have to get to a point with your content, right? And remember, Sue, you're going to reap more benefits on Sue with unique content, right? Especially when you're running your personal page. So definitely, on average, $1,000 a year, about $83 a month if you're above average. But if you're not, then obviously you're going to get below average results. So another question I've been having is, okay, Chris, you talked a lot in your videos about creating a Sue page, right? Something that's really niche down. If you want to do maybe like cameras, right? If you're like a camera person and you want to start doing cameras and just having cool things like that, or you're somebody who's really into nature, does Sue allow you to create a page? Okay, look. On Facebook, you have what is called your personal profile, and you have a page, right? Like a fan page. Sue does not have that, right? Sue does not have that. Sue is specifically right now tailored to only provide accounts, for just a person, right? And somebody like you and I. But what I've figured out is that you can actually create pages, right? In our minds, they're pages. They're a page, but they're still on Sue's platform. They're still just considered a personal profile. So what you can do is if you're somebody that loves to take pictures of nature, and you know that there's a large audience out there who would really appreciate pictures of nature, then you could create a Sue account or page, and you could call it nature pictures, right? And so your handle would be sue.co/nature pictures, and you're going to attract a lot of people who like nature pictures, right? And so then you're going to be able to grow a really big audience. And anytime you post a nature picture, people aren't going to think of, oh, who's this guy? They're going to think, oh, look, I like that nature picture. And they're going to click like, they're going to click share, they're going to comment, this is beautiful. They're going to tag their friends, blah, blah, blah. It's going to attract a lot of eyes. And what's going to happen? That account's network's going to grow, and their page views are going to grow, and their followers are going to grow, and their friends are going to grow. And there's going to be a lot more page views. And when you have a lot of people pointing to a specific page, what happens? People are going to start clicking on ads, and those ads are going to be refreshed, which means your earnings go up. So that's a concept that you can do. It works. I've already seen some pages that are blowing up since the video I made. Freaking awesome. Congratulations. I'm glad you guys got that knowledge. Another question I've had is, Chris, if I am going to create another page, is there a way to do it with the same email? No, you have to create a different email, and then you have to re-register with Sue and create an entirely different account. Does that make sense? So that's what you have to do. So another question I've had is, okay, Chris, so if I want to do that, should I register it under my Sue so that I can make that page my child? That is entirely up to you. You could easily go to sue.co and go and put it under a random user if you want to do that. It's totally up to you. Or you can put it directly under yourself. So now here's the catch. Let's say that for whatever reason, Sue wanted to say, oh, we don't like that. We want it to just be personal profiles. We don't want these pages. And so they banned all the pages. My theory, and again, this is just my theory on this, I do not believe that if this is your personal profile, if you created a page and registered it under you, that they would ban this account too. I don't believe that they'd ban your personal profile. I think that they would just ban this page, right? But at this point, Sue is so brand new, it's such a brand new platform that I don't think they'll be against it, because if it's bringing a bigger audience to their platform, if it's taking more of the market share away from the likes of Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and all those other social media platforms, that I don't think they're going to mind. I think they're actually probably going to eventually have a setting where you can say, hey, create a page. And then you can create a sub ID, which is sue.co/nature pictures within the same email account. So that would be really cool. So anyhow, those are the questions I've been having. I think, let me see. I got one more question in here. Oh yeah. So last question I've been getting, or not even really a question. This is more of a comment, a statement from me, if you will. And again, thank you for sticking with me this long. I really do appreciate it. I do value you as a subscriber, as a friend, as a follower on Sue, on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you're watching this video. I really do value your time. So again, I appreciate this. Quantity over quality. Look, so one of my buddies hit me up and he's like, "Hey Chris, I'm doing like 30 cents a day, dude. I've got like 56 children and like 30 followers." Or his numbers were kind of small. He's like, "I'm only making like 30 cents a day. Like, what's up with that, dude?" Now look, I'll just go down to my thing, and again, you have to keep in mind that I'm not making freaking Arab money. I'm not I'm not banking super super hard, but if we go down into my children and my network, well, first let's go to my bank. So let's check out my bank. So right now I have $19.18. Right here I made, these are my royalties. So I had a day where I did $3.28 and 286, back up 96, 209, and then back up 231. Then today that'll populate again at about midnight Pacific time for me. Now that's only like $19, right? It's not a ton of money. But if you go to my family tree, you'll see that I've brought in 114 children. Now my network is 13,358, and I have 712 followers and 240 friends. And I have 240 friends because I haven't even accepted all the friend requests I've been getting. I mean, if I wanted to, I can go and I'd show you right now. I still have a ton of friend requests to respond to, but I just haven't done that yet. So at this point, those are the numbers. Those are what my numbers look like, and the $19.18. Those are the results I've gotten from those numbers. Now, are those numbers spot on? Is that going to be the right number for everyone, or especially for you? I can't say that it will, but I also can't say that it won't. Everybody's results will vary based on the content that you put out, and at the same time, it really depends on what type of audience you're attracting. Because remember, if you look right here on the left-hand side, why am I looking at a GoPro ad? You see, when you log into your back office of Sue, this might not be a GoPro ad. This advertisement is not the same for everyone. This is what's called a retargeting ad. At some point within the past 30 to 60 days, I have clicked on a GoPro ad, or I have searched for GoPro in Google. And so now Google is targeting ads toward me for GoPro, right? So now that's why this ad is showing. And so now, that's basically why it's following me. So let's say that GoPro, that this keyword was paying out a lot of money, right? That advertisers are paying, $3 a click on average. Well, maybe I would be somebody to start a page on GoPro, and I might just go and start one right now before you even see this video. So, or I might leave it for somebody to take advantage of. There's a bunch of different sub niches to get into with that. But don't you think that if I created a page that was titled GoPro and somebody went and searched GoPro or started hashtagging GoPro, that they would find my Sue page GoPro, and then all of a sudden, once they visited that page, right, that instead of an advertisement showing right here that's random, don't you think that there would start being GoPro ads because they like GoPro? Absolutely. So anytime they would visit my page, or anytime they would just come and scroll through their timeline right here, instead of this, my habit, I don't know why there's baby stuff right there. I haven't been searching for that. So right now that's kind of off, but this would be a GoPro ad. That would be served to me right there, because this is ad choices. This is Google AdSense, right? They're all pulling from the same concept. They're retargeting advertisements to fit that demographic, right? So that's what would pop up. So if you wanted to go after a really high niche, like maybe life insurance is really expensive. That's a really big marketplace with a lot of competitive keywords. You're talking like $20 to $30 a click. Well, then maybe you should probably start some type of Fox News type Sue page, right, where you just share media stuff, right, like real world eventy type of stuff. And then that way, when they come and check out these ads, those ads are going to be more relevant to that user. Does that make sense? And you're going to get higher payouts. So I think that the only reason I've been able to generate this much of an income so far, and again, it's really not that much, is probably because I've been putting out the right content that attracts the right type of people. I'm not putting out, I don't know, stuff on scissors, right? Like that's probably not a high paying keyword, but the content that I am, putting out there is attracting an audience who searches for stuff on the internet that have more higher paying out relevant ads, I guess you could say. So those are my 2 cents. Again, thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this really long Sue video. I think it's going to be of immense value for you. And if you liked it, share it. If you don't like it, hey, share it anyway and tell everybody how much you didn't like it. All right. Talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoy this. Peace.